So first of all, can you hear me and can you see my slides? So the questions are coming through. Yep, excellent, thank you. Thank you for that. So welcome to the Facebook Marketing Mastery. Like I said, super excited to have you all here this evening because the system that I'm going to show you this evening, like I was saying before, a few people have just come on and missed this, but has helped some people, some business owners going from startup to making sales without having websites. We've even had some business owners actually fire the expensive advertising agencies and taken back the marketing and the power in their business. So buckle up, here is what's coming up. So first of all, I'm going to show you how you can use Facebook. And I've got a Facebook and I've got a little plus beside the Facebook. The reason why I have is just really quickly, Facebook is Meta. Meta's the big company that owns Facebook, it owns Instagram, it owns Messenger, it owns WhatsApp, and no doubt will be purchasing all these other companies, bringing out all this virtual reality stuff and AI stuff into the future. But that's why I've got Facebook Plus. We know it as Facebook, but it has a suite of apps as well. But I'm going to show you how you can use it to generate hot leads, massive engagements, and an influx of sales, and how to automate the process, which is super important for me, that you are good at your business, right? So you don't want to spend all day, every day on Facebook or on Instagram or on your chatbot and Messenger and whatever else. You want to be able to set this stuff up, get it working, and then automate it so you have more freedom in your business and possibly in your life. I'm going to show you my powerful, easy to follow 4-step process to add Facebook marketing into your business the right way. Now, the reason why I know this is I get to see in behind thousands of ad accounts. I get to see business ad accounts set up the wrong way. I get to see pages set up the wrong way. I get to see marketing set up the wrong way, and some of it's been set up by agencies. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to wipe that all out and just show you this is how we do it, okay? And this is actually what works, and I'll share with you how I know that very, very soon for you as well. And I'm going to show you the very latest in online marketing, right? These strategies are really, really cool and are going to make a huge difference in your business if you jump on them now. Jump on some of this stuff before everyone else finds out about it. Get the competitive edge. You're on here this evening, so you're already partway there as well. So since you did come to my masterclass, I'm guessing you want to improve sales and profitability of your business. Just let me know in the chat bot there if that is correct. Because in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to give you my proven system that works for any business, okay? It's designed to help you get more followers, more qualified leads, make more sales using Facebook, Instagram, and I like to automate messenger marketing here. And a lot of people are coming through and saying, yes, we want more sales, we want more profitability in our business, right? I just want you to think about this. Right now, what difference would it make in your life, in your business, but in your life, to be finally attracting your best ideal customers like a powerful lead or like a powerful magnet? Because what I'm seeing time and time again when people implement this system is this is exactly what happens. People come to me and they go, I just cannot get any leads. I can't get any qualified leads in my business. I'm going to show you that leads and qualified leads are easy. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. All right. But how, and I like you to think of an aim or a sort of an end result whilst listening to this training. It's not like any other training you've been on. I want you to be active. I want you to really start thinking about how you can implement this stuff in your business. But I also want you to start thinking about and projecting forward, okay? How actually will you reward yourself when your business is thriving? Will you take a holiday? Will you buy a new car or a new house or a new toy or whatever that looks like? How actually will you reward yourself? Because I've been teaching the system and as a system for a lot of years, and when I see business owners successfully implementing it, taking back the power in their business and their marketing, taking back you know, and the freedom, I guess, because they're not a slave to the marketing side of things or trying to acquire customers. When I see that, It's super rewarding for me, okay? But I say, now you have to reward yourself. Once you get there, reward yourself, because it makes it so much better when you do that, okay? So I want to ask you a few questions before we jump in this evening, so I can kind of get a little bit of a gauge where everyone's at right now. So tell me what you have actually tried before when it comes to marketing. So first of all, who here has actually tried running Facebook ads with either success or no success, but actually been trying to run Facebook ads? Just write Facebook ads in the comment there. Who here has tried Google AdWords? I've dived into the deep dark dive of Google lately, so I'd love to know who here has actually jumped in and tried Google ads as well. Just type in Google. We've got a few Facebook ads people there. Thank you for that. Who here is doing YouTube ads right now? Again, I'm diving into those as well. But who's doing YouTube ads? Who's trying LinkedIn? So we've still got a lot of Facebook ads people, less so in the Google ads or the YouTube ads at this stage. No LinkedIn right now, but that's only because perhaps my internet's slow, not seeing people come through. Who's done sort of direct marketing? So you've gone out and done those letterbox drops or direct marketing stuff. Who's Yellow Pages? Now I know that Yellow Pages, didn't know YouTube's ads, Michael said here. Someone else has said, yeah, don't, Leslie buys leads. I've got a few people here that don't do Facebook. Hazel doesn't do anything but Facebook. Absolutely. Yellow Pages, it's still around, by the way. I don't know whether they actually send out the book anymore, but they do all this other stuff and that. So anyone done that? And what about those letterbox drops? Who is still doing that? All right. So we've got a majority of Facebook ads and only Facebook ads, and some people who have done nothing here. Rightio. Okay. Listen, what I want to do is I want to share with you why I choose Facebook and its suite of apps, and why I believe that you as business owners, and most business owners, should be actually going this way before any other marketing channel, right? So first and foremost, the world's top brands are there. The world's top brands are advertising on Facebook or Instagram, or not many of them are doing chatbots, and I'll explain why soon, only because they haven't jumped into it yet. But the world's top brands spend you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on research, marketing, development, and advertising consultants and so on, right? That will put them in the right places where they make the most amount of money. That's why they're on Facebook. What I want you to do as an exercise at some stage is to actually jump in, have a look at some of the top brands and have a look at what they're doing, and then see, okay, well, is that something that I can mirror? Use their advertising, people as to mirror off. The average time spent on Facebook is around about 50 minutes. I'd love to know who actually spends more and who spends less than 50 minutes. I'm definitely more. Even though it's my business, I would say even if it wasn't, I'd be more than 50 minutes. We generally have a gender thing with this one here, so I'll see whether that still is the case. Facebook ads are cheap. Now, a lot of people go, oh, no, they're not. And there are times where they are more expensive than other times, okay? Certain times of the year, like the end of the year, they get a little bit more expensive. In fact, they can go 3 to 4 times more up, right? But if you compare them to other advertising medias out there, they're actually the cheapest form of advertising you can do. If you were trying to advertise in a magazine, which is not necessarily highly targeted, you're not going to get change from $20 to reach 1,000 people. If you're advertising in a newspaper, you're not going to get change from about $15 to reach 1,000 people, and that's not qualified. If you're doing Google ads, let's just jump straight into there. Not even going to do TV ads, because you're not going to get change out of about $30 for TV ads. But then we go, right, okay, so Google ads, on average, the average keyword is around about $1.24. That's to reach 1,000 people. On LinkedIn, it's around about 75 cents. On Facebook, even when it fluctuates, it's still around about 24 cents to reach 1,000 people. So Facebook ads are way cheaper than anything else out there. And your placements, you can place them anywhere. There are over 3 billion monthly active users across all its suites. So if you're thinking about, is my customer there? Yes, they are. And Facebook knows everything, right? So I want you to think about this as a marketer, not as a consumer. Facebook knows when we're online. Facebook knows when we're interacting with our friends. Facebook knows when we're interacting with pages, with groups, messaging people. It knows when we jump off Facebook, go to websites that have pixels on it. It knows what we're doing. It also buys data like all the other big companies out there. Facebook buys data from, you know, let's just say you've got a rewards card. So I've got a Woolworths card, I've got a Virgin card, I've got a Maya card. Well, Facebook is buying all that data. What it does with that data is it's able to dish up audiences as long as you feed it the right information. In fact, Facebook has 56,000 data points on each and every one of us. It's able to, if you know how to use it properly, you will be able to target your exact audience exactly when they're online and exactly where they hang out. And this is the stuff that I'm going to show you this evening, because there's so much stuff that you won't see as a consumer that's going on behind Facebook, which is great for us business owners. Okay, so for anyone who saw my ad, and I'd love you to tell me, did you see my ad? You may not have heard of me before, and you thought, you know what, it's a free event. Let's just go listen to her for 5 minutes. If she's crap, we'll go, you know? No. So if that's you, and I know there's some people here are familiar faces and you know who I am, but if you don't know who I am, this is why you should listen to me, except for the fact that you saw my ad. If you saw my ad and you're on here this evening, it's because I used those 56,000 data points. I used all my knowledge and I targeted you to get you here this evening. It wasn't by accident, right? So what I'm best known for, I guess, actually, first and foremost, I'm a Facebook preferred partner. Now, to become a Facebook preferred partner, there are very few of us in the world. You have to jump through a lot of hoops to become one. Two of the hoops that are most important to you right now. One, you have to have a huge spend, right? So across my agency, I have a huge spend. We spend a lot of money on Facebook ads, which means we're able to do lots of testing, lots of measuring, figuring out what's working, figuring out what's not. We also, number two, you have to get results for your clients, right? So those are the two criteria I think that are most important to you. If you get those, you get huge spend, great results. Facebook puts their seal of approval on your agency, which they've done with us. What that means is that we have special training, we have privileges, and we get reps that help us and work with us. So lots of ad accounts have been hacked of late, lots of ads have been disapproved of late, lots of glitches have been happening of late. We're able to jump in, speak to someone, get it sorted for us and our clients, which is super, super great and has been good in the last 12 months to 2 years, okay? But what I'm best known for is working with businesses all over the world, and I help them with the latest Facebook and its suite of apps marketing strategies. Why I'm able to do that and why I do that is because my main focus is to help you, the business owner, when you're working inside Facebook, to make money. It's a social network, yes. We do have to build relationships, yes, but everything's strategic to make money at the back end, right? My background's a journalist. I worked in print, radio, and TV. I did that for over 10 years when I was in New Zealand. I share that with you because I know how to research. This was in the days where journalists had to research, never took anything at face value, had to find out if there was an understory and so on. They don't do that anymore. and report on that. So what I've done in my business, learning Facebook, is I've found people that are doing really, really well, building kick-ass businesses. I've learned, and they're not necessarily the ones that you see all over the place. I've learned from them. I take their strategies, I'll figure out what works, and I hand out what works. I run marathons also in my spare time. When I'm running marathons, I'm training a lot. I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to training videos, I'm spending a lot of hours a day listening to all this stuff. I'm going away and implementing. That's why I've been able to do this for over 11 years, where most people burn out with all the changes, with all the updates, they can't keep up. I'm able to consume it all while I'm doing something I love, which is running, and then sit down and figure out whether it works, And if it doesn't, you don't hear about it. If it does, we're here today. So study, implement, coach others in social media marketing, specializing in Facebook over the last 11 years. And I guess what should be pretty important to you guys while you're sitting here this evening is I do specialize in building reliable, sustainable, and scalable income streams from Facebook and its suite of apps. We're not just talking about, you might be coming here with one product or one service. And often clients come to me with one product or one service. If you roll out the system, you'll be able to build out multiple products and multiple services if you like, right? So not just the one-off products and services. We like to be able to build people out because, of course, we've, especially over the last couple of years, we've really come to know that one is a very lonely number. And I've seen a lot of business owners have to close their doors because they had that one product or service. So if you're interested in all of this, then you're going to really love this. Why Facebook again, right? So I want to show you these breakthrough game changers. First of all, let me introduce you, we're going to jump straight in, to Grandma Robin. Grandma Robin is over 70. She's not a Generation X or a Generation Y. She's actually a baby boomer. And Grandma Robin implemented these strategies, and I want you to have a look at the numbers here, okay? It's implementing these strategies, and she has a network marketing business, and we know in network marketing, it's all about the numbers. 16,000 people, nearly 17,000 people watched her video. She had 691 engagements on this video, 14 comments, 22 shares, 11,000 people viewed this video. Let me just show you a little bit more about Grandma Robin and some of the things that you guys can do with this, all right? If she can do it. So we're able to see exactly who those people are with this strategy, all right? So we're able to see that her top audience, she had, so sure, she started with 11,500 people watching 3 seconds to 10 seconds of her video. From 10 seconds to a minute, 6,000 people watched Grandma Robin. From 1 minute more, so to the end of this, she had over 1,874 people watch this video that she was talking about how the oils that she uses, her oily wisdom, and then inviting them to take the next step, right? If Grandma Robin can do this, so can you too. But let me share with you a business that went from startup with a logo to sales with the system as well. So Brianna came to me. She said, I'm a life coach. I want to help empower women, obviously to be better. I've got this logo. How long do you think it's going to take? We implemented the system. This is one of the ones she came to my retreat. So we did it over 3 days and she had sales within the week. So from logo to sales. So the system can help this as well without even having a website. These guys should have closed down during COVID, all right? It's a restaurant, it's in Sydney. They came to me just before COVID and said, listen, we're looking at getting new people through the restaurant doors. We want a whole ton new people through the restaurant doors. Can you help? We rolled out this system that I'm going to share with you this evening. They didn't just have new people through their doors, which they did have. So they booked out within hours of posting an ad, but it doesn't stop there. Because they implemented this system, they were getting an extra 180 new people through the restaurant a week, which was unheard of, plus their normal people. COVID hit, they had to lock down, but because they implemented the system, they were able to go straight to home deliveries without having to use Uber Eats, which takes 30%. They then have moved on and now they supply Woolworths, all right? They make home cooked, beautiful pasta meals to Woolworths and they've implemented the system. So this restaurant is one of the ones that should have closed during COVID, like so many did. And because they had this system, they didn't, which is really cool, okay? We have bigger brands and stuff. So we've got Richard Branson, but Richard Branson, it's Glenn Twiddle. So Glenn Twiddle, some of you may have heard of him if you're in the real estate world. If you haven't and you're in the real estate world, you've probably been living under a box, but Glenn helps real estate agents grow their business. Happens to be a good friend of mine. And in the early stages of him rolling out a lot of events, I used to help him fill events. He came to me a week and a half out from Richard Branson coming and speaking, and said, I need over 1,000 real estate agents in the room in a week and a half. I'm like, whoa, okay. I know it's Richard Branson. We should be able to do it, but that's a tough call. But because Glenn had a warm audience, which is part of the system, which I'm going to show you in step 4 this evening, we were able to do it. And he was able to make over $500,000 on that event as well. So I just want to share to you the power of actually having a system. A system works for your little small MLM business, let's just say, right through to your multi-million-dollar business. Let me introduce you to Summer, okay? Now, Summer and her partner run a tradie business. Now, Summer implemented the system. She came to did an online 3-day retreat where we roll out the same system I'm teaching you this evening. She implemented the system and started getting leads. I'm not going to play the video on that, but I'll just share the story with you. So they started getting leads, the phone was going off the hook, and they started getting, and they closed some $50,000 contracts within a few weeks from actually implementing this. Now, because she knew the system, she was able to take that and roll it out in a brand new spanking business, right? Called Pooch Portraits. So within 4 days, she went, I've now got this one ticking along, just start a brand new one. Let's just try that. So this was one where people sent in photos of their dogs and they got their portraits painted and sent back. She outsourced the whole lot. She didn't have a website either and did this within 4 days and ended up making a business that, so it was 20 sales in 4 days. She ended up making 20 days sales in 4 days, and it's grown and grown and grown and grown from literally nothing, right? So, and she was saying that she actually, at the time when I was speaking to her about this, that it was heading to over $50,000 worth of profits with no money down. Now, I just want to ask you a question. For a little side hustle business, who here would love an extra $50,000 in your bank? Okay, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, we've got a few people here going, yeah, that would work for me. I 100% get that, right? So I've been talking about the system. Let's go and dive a bit deeper into this. So this is my 4-step system to master Facebook and its suite of apps. The first step, and I'm going to break this down. So there's 4 steps, obviously. We'll break it down, but I'll just roll through and tell you what they are initially. The first step is really about finding out who your ideal clients are. You need to have the right audience. You can't be everything to everyone, and nor should you. So it's really, really easy to actually find who they are when we can use Facebook. Then what we want to do once we've actually found out who our ideal clients are is we want to then take them from unknown, they've got a problem, we're the solution, but they don't know who we are right now. So we want to turn them into warm, retargeting audiences and a community of raving fans. Then what we want to do is we want to take them away. So now we've got these people, they've interacted with us, they know who we are now. Now let's just take them out on a date, right? Well, we're going to generate leads. So we want to take them away from Facebook and build a database. Super, super important that you build a database, but I'm going to show you how you can do it in Messenger and get Messenger, emails, and phone numbers from your highly qualified audiences, right? Once we've done that, then we want to make sales, remarket, and scale. So that's the 4-step system, and that's what I'll be running with you this evening. So let's just jump into step 1. So we know that we need to find our ideal clients. We can't be everything to everyone, even though right now you might be sitting there going, you know what, oh, anyone's my client. You can't market to anyone. You need to be way more specific for it to work. So here's just an example of how Facebook actually uses how it customizes your ideal client. So example of how Facebook customizes your ideal client. So in the back end of Facebook, and I know I'm diving right in and then we'll take a step back, but in the back end of Facebook, we can, or Facebook is, creating these beautiful custom audiences for us. It's building audiences of people that visit our website if we've got the pixel on there, and Facebook gives us all a pixel. It's if we've got an app and we've got our app loaded in here, it's loading up activity from our app. If you've got an e-commerce shop and you've got the pixel on the e-commerce shop, it's loading up when people go onto pages, when they go and visit websites, what page they visit, how long they're there for, how many times they come, and so on. We can upload a database into Facebook, okay, and build an audience like that. But if people watch a video, and this is all on a page, not on a personal profile, you need to have a business page where you get followers, not a personal profile where you get friends. Understand that? So this is only by page. People that watch your video, people that filled in a lead form, people that shop, people that visit your Instagram account, interact with it, people that like your page, comment on anything, and so on. So these are beautiful audiences that we can start building inside Facebook, and we 100% should, right? But before we do that, we need to essentially take a step back and find people to become our custom audiences. But I want to show you something that really is magical, okay? This is super, super magical. What we can do with these here, so these are our website visitors, or people that are on our database, or people that buy our stuff, and so on, is we can load them into Facebook and say, Facebook, can you produce me an audience that's 1% different? So AKA 90% the same. So I've loaded my master client list in here. I say, Facebook, can you produce me people that are at 99% the same as my client list that I can advertise to? What happens then is it gives us tons of leverage. It then takes a list of, let's just say, between 100 or more, and it turns it into a lookalike audience of over 180,000 people that are exactly like your clients. And this is what we really are aiming to do. This is amazing audience, and it gives us a ton of leverage. All right. So if we know we're aspiring to get these custom audiences who have interacted with us, because those are the ones that are most likely to purchase, how do we get cold audiences to become our custom audiences, right? So first of all, at the very, very top of our marketing funnel, we need to find what we call our ideal cold audience. A cold audience has a problem. We are the solution. They just don't know about us right now. You might be amazing at what you do or what you provide, but you're the world's best kept secret. So how do we find those people so that we can share the goodness with us, share the goodness with them? Now, Facebook has what we call detailed targeting. That's how we get in front of people. And it's based on behaviors and interests. So what people behaviors might be demographic behaviors, whether they are page admins and so on, and interests. What are they interested in? Now, how does it actually know all of this? Remember, Facebook knows everything. And I just want you to take a little bit of a moment right now. Take a deep breath and think about that moment. Think about that moment where you may have been having a conversation with a friend or a family member or a staff member or whatever else about something. Then the very next day or not long afterwards, you open up Facebook and all of a sudden you're seeing ads about the thing you were talking about. I want to give you an example. I was talking to my partner recently, you know, one of those bedtime chats you have when you've been in a relationship for long enough, go to bed and you talk about work. So we were talking about, well, he was telling me about Workflow Max. Woo, it was very riveting, and thank goodness it was a bedtime story. I don't use Workflow Max. I have not visited their website, their Facebook page, their Instagram page. I have not interacted with Workflow Max at all. Next day, wake up, I was served this Workflow Max ad. Now, has this ever happened to you? Now, apparently they don't listen in, so they're not meant to be listening in. I just wonder what's going on there. So this is how we can get in front of people like this, okay? So how do we do this? Well, we use Google to find behaviors and also to find interests, all right? Now, I just want to double check here. Someone's just said something and I'm assuming, yeah, you are. Excellent, don't worry. Just let me open that up for a second. Okay, so we use Google to find behaviors and interests. We love Google as well. Don't get me wrong. We might do most of our marketing inside Facebook, but we love Google. Facebook might not, but we do. Okay, so what I want you to understand is that we've got to get right down into the psyche of our end user, so of our ideal client. So we want to find out what things they're interested in. And if you don't know, go Google. So things we want to Google is we're looking for who are they following? So who are they following? Who are they shopping with before they shop with us? What content are they consuming? So the way we can find that out is we go into Google and we start Google searching. So we'll look at authority figures, thought leaders, some big brands that our audience might be following, what books and magazines and newspapers are they reading. So my marathon runners, they will be reading excuse me, there's I can't remember the name of it now, Running Magazine. My business owners might be reading a Business Insider newspaper. What events are they going to? My business owners might be going to Chamber of Commerce events, BNI events, and so on, other conferences and stuff like that. Are they visiting certain websites? What blogs are they reading? What forums are they belonging to, and so on? Where specifically do your people live? What tools or physical apps do they use? So again, if I'm talking about business owners, what tools do business owners use that other people might not be aware of? Well, as a business owner, I use Xero. Some business owners use MyOp. I use Basecamp. Some businesses might use Salesforce, and so on. If you're a marathon runner, right, well, I use the Runkeeper app. I use the Garmin app, and so on. So what is it that these people are doing? Who has your audience before you, right? And write that down on a piece of paper. So you want to go and research, find out all these things. So I'd go, what apps? Well, they're using Xero. I'd write Xero down. They're using MyOp. They're using Salesforce, and so on, okay? They're going to Chamber of Commerce events. They're going to BNI events. They might be going to, you know, other big conferences and things like that. I write all that down after doing a Google research. What is specifically unique about this group? So just to give you an example, if we're talking about my marathon runners, I'm going into Google, I'm just going, well, top marathons. I literally type into Google top marathons. Whatever comes up, I start writing it down because those are interests that I can then plug into Facebook. I'll look at top marathon magazines, write those down. Top marathon books, top marathon events, top marathon blogs, and so on, okay? So I'm writing all this down. I'm compiling a big list of potential interests that my people might be interested in. I'll even start thinking about, well, what sorts of things are they searching in Google? So again, my marathon runners, well, if they were going to run a marathon for the very first time, what are they searching in Google? Are they searching something like, you know, hey, marathon training for beginners? All right, so here's one that is relevant to my industry. So, and I'm going to write this stuff down. So the first one, this is the magazine, is Runner's World. I'm going to write Runner's World down because that's an interest my runners might be interested in. I've got Hal Hinkton here. Well, he's a marathon running coach for beginners. I'm going to write him down. We've got Women's Health magazine. Well, that's too broad, all right, as far as I'm concerned. I want stuff that's quite specific. Very well fit, I would have to go and have a look at that, all right? So I'm writing down all these interests, all right? Now, this doesn't take 5 minutes, this exercise, and don't try and shortcut it. If you shortcut it, you can actually, you know, end up with shitty audiences. So you want to spend a bit of time here. There's a couple of reasons why you want to spend a bit of time in this research phase. One is you're finding interests. The other is you're also finding content that you can use for step 2, which I'll share with you a little bit later. So once we've got these interests, then we can go into Facebook and we can match and find our audience. So we have a back end of Facebook. And it's inside, inside the back end. So not where we would typically go as a consumer, but where we go as a marketer. And we can go and set up audiences or look at audiences. So we go into our audience section inside Facebook and we start typing in these interests. So I'll go in here and I'll go, right, Hal Higdon's Marathon showed up. So I'll type in Hal Higdon's Marathon. Then I'll go suggest. And I'll say, Facebook, tell me people that are interested in Hal Higdon, who are my audience, what else are they interested in? And they've got, the first one is Hoka 11. Well, that's a marathon running shoe. So I'm going to add that to my list. Runner's World, that's the magazine, that's added to my list. So all of a sudden, I'm building out these cold audiences of really highly targeted people. I'm looking for a number of, if I'm going Australia-wide, I'm looking for around about 1 million to 2 million cold audience suggestions, or no, not suggestions, people, right, to target. So I can run ads to do some of the next steps. Half marathon, marathons, London Marathon too broad. So I would go in again, I'd add in another interest and then go suggestions. So we want to find who has our audience before us in Google, and then match them and build a cold audience in Facebook. So that's the first step, because once you actually find your audience, after that, you can start building a tribe who knows and loves and trusts you, and then, and only then, you can start selling them multiple things. So to give you an example, my Marathon Girl business. So I also have, because I'm good at this stuff, I have an international sportswear brand of clothing called Marathon Girl. The business started many years ago as a dare or a bet. Listen, bet you can't set up a Facebook page from scratch and make money in 30 days with no anything. So I did exactly that. I came up with the niche, which was running, narrowed it down to marathon running, booked in for my first marathon, and 47 marathons later, I actually really enjoyed it. And then built my community of raving fans, built my database, and then I was able to sell multiple things. So we started with running tops, or we started with affiliate products, then running tops. Then we came out with caps and shoelace bracelets. Then we came up with a complete guide of training programs. We came up with a nutrition guide. Then we came up with a World Marathon Girl Day, which is rolling out this year. And then we've got this beautiful group as well. So we've got all this stuff. And all I need to do is go to my group, launch something, and people buy now, right? Or I go to my group, what do you need? What do you want? Hey, listen, can we have crop tops? Okay, sure. Can we have jackets? Sure, and so on. Okay, so that's step one. Step one is finding and identifying who your target audience is and matching it inside Facebook. Now, let's move on to step two. Step two is where we take that cold audience and we want to turn it into a retargeting audience. So this is a community of raving fans. Now, first, I just want to take a step back for a second here and ask, how are we all going? Are we all starting to understand this so far? Am I going too fast, too slow, or are we all good? Yep, seem to be all good. Okay, excellent, cool. Understand what you are learning right now, and if you actually master the skill of Facebook marketing, right, it's a skill you're going to have for life, and you're going to be able, it's literally going to mean that you're not limited to what you do. So good on you, Bet, for being here and listen up. So step two, we're going to take that cold audience and we're going to turn it into a community of raving fans. So what I like to do with everything I teach here is I love to be able to remove the complication from here, okay? Simplify the process, like this chat here. So we want you to have the freedom. Remember at the start, I said, I want you to have the freedom in your business to be able to, and empower you in your business to be able to take control of your business without having to work in it all the time. So the strategies I want to teach you mean that we can shortcut the process of a few things, right? So like this one, I love that GIF actually, I had to tie it in. So I want to take a step back here again. and just show you where we're going. So we have our cold audience, so that's what we've just researched. We now want to turn them into a warm audience. How do we do that? We want to nurture them, we want to add value, we want to rain them with gifts, and we want to remarket to them to turn them into a hot audience. A hot audience is, you know, and we can build out the people that have purchased from us, which we upsell, we cross-sell, we become VIPs, and so on, okay? So the quickest, easiest, cheapest way to get noticed, build your brand and your community. Does anyone know the quickest, easiest, and cheapest way that you can get noticed? You can build your brand and you can build your community. It's not through begging, although great. Right now, I want to show you how you can take people from not knowing who you are to knowing who you are really, really quickly and cheaply. And this is the very first thing you should be doing, okay? Is putting a video in front of them, right? You want to be doing video. Zuckerberg, who's the CEO of Facebook, has come out and said he, you know, we favor video. We favor when people do video. We're putting things in place to make sure that if you are a business owner that does video, we will reward you, right? So, which is really, really cool. So as a business owner marketing on the world's largest social media network, you need to be doing video. Now there's other things we need to do as well, but this is the first step in the process. And what's really, really cool about this, okay, so just to give you the example, this is Dean, and Dean and Natasha are clients of mine that have been rolling out the system. They have done extremely well and sort of rolled out 3 different parts of their business. So they do supply decking, install decking, and DJing. Because they know the system, they're able to do the 3 different multiple incomes here, okay? So this particular video, 35.4 thousand people it reached, 23,000 3-second video views, 48 reactions, and so on, right? 23,000 views. So this video, 23,000 views, that's turned people from not knowing who Dean is to a warm audience who's interacted. So there we are, look at that. So the purpose of these video ads is not just to build brand awareness, although it does that super, super well. It helps you identify exactly who your avatar is. So these are the demographics of your ideal client, which is super important. Now, the more you know about your avatar, the better you can advertise to them. And what happens is that it will directly, massively reduce your advertising costs. So let me share a story with you. Facebook is a business, or Meta is a business, and it's trying to please 2 masters. One of the masters it's trying to please is the consumer going through the news feed. The other master it's trying to please is it's got to make money, so it's shareholders. Consumer scrolling through news feeder, shareholders. If you, the business owner, run an ad and people, consumers, love it and engage with it, so watch it, like it, comment or share, Facebook will see that as a sign that you are pleasing the consumer and will lower your advertising costs. It's as simple as that. So the reason why it's important that you know who your avatar is at the end of this is that if you can speak directly to someone so that they go, oh my goodness, how did you know you're speaking directly to me, then they'll engage. So to give you an example, if you know your ideal audience is a 35 to 45-year-old female, your message will be different, your language will be different, even your coloring on your images or in your video and that will be different than, let's just say, if you were advertised, and your hook would be different as well, then let's just say you were advertising to a 35 to 45-year-old male, or a 18 to 25-year-old female, and so on, right? So if you can know exactly who they are and you can speak directly to them so they're going, how did you know? Then Facebook will reward you for that. So let me give you some examples here, okay? So we've got Dean. Obviously, I just showed you Dean before, and he's done his videos here, and you'll see, okay? So we've got on this video here, he's got region, so mainly people from New South Wales. The next one down is Queensland, then Victoria, Western Australia, and so on. So he knows where they are, but he knows what their age and gender is. So he knows the demographics. So predominantly on these videos, and that 66% males, okay, aged between 55 to 64-year-old. So do you think, knowing that this may be the demographic, okay, the main demographic, his message on his contemporary decking would be different than, let's just say, if he was advertising to, let's just say, a 35 to 44. In this audience, right, they'll probably be less likely going to act on an ad that says, hey, you know, get some contemporary decking, it's anti-slip so your kids don't slip over and fall in the pool and have an accident, right? Less likely to. But if he said something like, hey, get the contemporary decking so that you don't slip over or your wife doesn't slip over and, you know, dislocate your hip and whatever else and fall into the swimming pool and hurt yourself. You can see how the messages would be different knowing exactly who the demographic is here. And that's what we can find out when we know, you know, can see who's watching our video. We've got Holly here from Blossom Lawyers, all right? So this is 5 tips for the successful reversal of a university decision. So she's done this video and so on, so we can see exactly who has watched this as well. And just to let you know, 13.5 people reached, 13,500. So she's had nearly 12,000 video views. So that's 12,000 people who have now become a warm audience that she can retarget to. But again, let's look at the audience here, right? So again, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, but her demographic, well, it was pretty top spot on here. It's the 18 to 24-year-old females are slightly higher than the males. So her message here for the 18 to 24, different than what it would be to anyone else. Knowing this, you're easily able to target people specifically with the exact problem they have, and you know, and get in front of them and be the solution to that problem. Now, this is a new function that Facebook has brought out. It's deep in the back end of Facebook, but this is something that Facebook has introduced recently. It's relatively new. Some people have it, some people don't. It's been around on Instagram for some time, and TikTok was the one that made this one more famous. So I'm sure you probably know exactly what I'm talking about here. But this particular strategy is getting massive organic reach. When I say organic, I mean free, right? The days of free inside Facebook or Instagram were long gone until this trend. Now, some of you are going to like this, some of you are going to go, hell no, Kerry, don't make me do it. And that's Reels, right? Reels on Instagram, Reels have now come out on Facebook. Zuckerberg's highly promoting them. Honestly, if you just get out there and do some Reels, you're going to get in front of a whole heap of people, because most people have not embraced this on Facebook yet. The key with some of this stuff is get into it before everyone else does, right? And take your market share, take over it. So this is the stuff I teach people all the time. I teach them stuff that's ahead of the time. The ones that follow me, great, get great results initially. Not that you won't if you go further down the track, but Reels are getting massive response right now. But you've just got to do them right. You don't need to go on and dance, although I've done some dance moves here, but I tend to go on and I give great messages in this. The best free apps for getting content to fit your busy lifestyle. So find out what the tips and tricks and problems are for your clients, and then produce videos in Reels. You can do ones where you talk, you can do ones with screen share. They're easy to make up and whatever else, but this isn't a trend that is getting massive organic reach. I'd be rude not saying that, and I know that a lot of people are resistant doing it. But you know, if you don't like money, don't do some of this stuff. All right. So we know that videos are the way to go, whether you do Reels right now or you don't do Reels, okay? But one of the biggest things that I hear from people is I don't know what to talk about in my videos, and I'd love to know who here is pretty much exactly the same, that you don't know what to talk about in your videos. Well, I'm going to help you with that. This is how we create great content. So that research that we did in the first place when we were looking through Google trying to find interests, that way you can find great content. So other website research. Think about what your frequently asked questions are. Think about what you should have asked questions. These are questions people should have asked, but they haven't necessarily, don't know they should ask. Go into Google, type Google Alert, go into Google Alert, type in some keywords, get content that people have written around those keywords all around the internet sent straight into your inbox. If you don't know what those keywords are, go to the Google Keyword Planner, find out what the keywords people are using, get content sent straight into your inbox. There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful app, Answer the Public. I know some of you have heard about it if you've been around me long enough. It's little known, but it's my favorite. You can literally come up with a year's worth of content in just 2 clicks, okay? And there's another one called Uber Suggest. Now, Facebook has also come out with its own suggestions as well. It's in its infancy and it's in beta mode. And again, it's in the back end of your page where you can actually start looking at popular videos or posts on Facebook, in the time frame at the top, what platform, Facebook, Instagram, what page category, what type of content, videos, posts, so on, what country is the admin in, what territory, and you can search for pages and look at their stuff as well, okay? This is brand new, but at the particular time I took the screenshot, Star Wars, Married at First Sight, and Dr. Brown were some of the top ones here. You might be able to take inspiration of some of the really trending posts in Facebook. But my favorite tool by far is Answer the Public. It's a free app that you can use that you can actually type in a specific keyword. So if I was in my marathon training business, I type in marathon training. Then it produces all the questions that people are asking around your keyword on the internet. So why not find out what people are asking and then give them the information on that, add value. So here, what marathon training does to your body, what's marathon training schedule, how marathon training changes your body, how much marathon training, right? So these are all questions that people on the internet are asking. So there's a couple of things I can do with this. One, I can take this information, go away, do a bit of research, write some notes, and go live, which is what I'm okay with doing now, not always, but do a live video. It's super quick. Facebook loves them, and I can talk about, hey, what marathon training does to your body. Today, I'm going to be talking about what marathon training does to your body. Here's 3 things that, you know, might affect you when you're marathon training. 1, 2, 3. Hey, if you want some more tips, follow me. Or if you want some more tips, join me on my webinar. If you want some, you know, one of the things that training does is chafing, well, go buy my running top, okay? So I would probably go live, or you can produce a video, or you can get someone to write a post, you know, get an outsourcer to write content around it, right? Lots of things you can do there, but this is a really easy way to find content in 2 clicks. Or if you don't like doing any of that stuff, you can actually go and model other people's stuff. So there's apps out there. Again, I'm going to share with you at the end how you can get hold of all my awesome apps that I use to make life quicker, more simple, and produce stuff. But there's apps out there. You can literally take an article on the internet and turn it into a video within minutes, right? So you could go and find out what people are searching on. Is marathon training bad for you? Go pop an article that you find on the internet around that, and it produces a video that's pretty damn good. And you can do, you know, 30 seconds of a video that you can just post up onto your page. Happy days. These apps are free too. You can do paid versions, but there's also free versions. You can also take any of your blog posts or any of your content on your website and pop it into an app, and it produces a video. So you don't necessarily, even though I try and tout, get in front, do a live video, or put your face to the camera, you don't have to. There's lots of things out there you can do, but as long as you are doing video on your page as the first step to start warming up your cold audience. Okay, so just take note of that. Right, so step 1, we're finding our audience and identifying it and producing our cold audience. In step 2, we take that cold audience and we start nurturing them. We show them a video essentially and start building them into a warm audience. Now we move on to step 3. Now we want to take those people and generate leads. And we do this using Messenger. So let me break this down for you. Now, the real magic when we're building a list is actually Facebook Messenger and a chatbot. There is 1.3 billion people are active on Facebook Messenger every month. The benefits include: 1, people opt in, so they go from an ad or from a post or from something and they open up into Messenger. Whenever I've been at an event, and there's, I was at an event in the weekend, in fact, speaking live at an event, and I asked everyone in the room, how do you communicate with your friends and family? Who uses Messenger? Pretty much everyone in the room put up their hand, right? Whenever I've spoken to at other events all over the world, sometimes thousands of people, they've all put up their hands saying they use Messenger. Why not communicate with your friends and family the way that they are used to communicating? So people opt into Messenger with just 1 click. They opt in with their real Facebook ID, so you're not getting fake stuff there. Messenger ads are cheaper than regular Facebook ads. So you can run an ad that gets people to click on it, and instead of going to an website, it goes into Messenger, okay? And of course, Facebook's going to reward you for that. You're keeping people in the metaverse. Messenger is mobile optimized. People are always on their mobile phones. And you can essentially, with a few rules in place, send a sequence over time to people that opt into Messenger, just like you can an email funnel, okay? Now, Facebook Messenger marketing is much more effective than email marketing. Now, you collect your list of highly qualified people, and then you want to be able to market to them, okay? Now, with Messenger, it has high deliverability, so when you actually send out a promotional message, they get it. More people open it, and when they open it, more people click on it than email marketing. So open rates for Messenger average between 70 and 90% still, all right? Messenger is where email was 10 or so, more than 10 years ago, freaking out 15 years ago, where we used to get the 70 to 90% open rates, right? Versus email, which is 18 to 20%. So I just want to show you a little bit of a comparison here. So I sent out a promotional message for a workshop through email. I got a 15.7% open rate and a 2.7% click-through rate. So that meant that 15.7 people opened it, 2.7 people clicked on the link to come and book an event, right? Compared to Messenger. So that's over on the right-hand side there. I have 78% of people opened it and 22.8% of people clicked on the promotional message, both sent out at the same time. So for those that are a little bit more visual, let me just show you a little bit of a graph of what goes on here. So imagine you've got 10,000 visitors or 10,000 people. You're sending 10,000 people to your website and you're sending 10,000 people to your chatbot. Of those 10,000 people on our website funnel, when they come to the website, you might be offering something that's, high value, low cost of delivery to get an email address. 25% of people will come to your email and opt in. So that takes your list from 10,000 down to 2,500. Of those 25%, you'll send out an email. Well, at a really, really high rate, 25% of people actually open that email, promotional email. So we're now down to 625. Of those people that open it, you've got a link there that takes them back to a sales page. 5% will click on it. And let's say they get to your sales percent, 3%, because it's a harder funnel, purchase. You've gone from 10,000 to 1 purchase. Compared to our chatbot, right? 10,000 people come into your chatbot. As soon as they click a button, they become a subscriber. So you can essentially message 99% of them, right? So 9,900. You then send them a message. Well, we know that 75% being conservatively will open it. So we're now down to 7,425. We've got a link in that sends them off to our sales page. 48% of people click on that. And once they get to our sales page, let's just say 1% purchases. We usually get higher than that, but it's an easier funnel. So that really makes Messenger marketing 35 times more effective than email marketing, right? And I just want to show you exactly, this is the exact results. 100% open rate, 100% open rate, 94%, 90%, 93%, 97%, 96%. We love that. It means that when you're building your list, you can actually send them promotional material, okay? Now, this makes Facebook Messenger a really powerful, low-cost way to build a list. Now, let me give you a webinar example. So you're on a webinar this evening for any coaches, consultants, and that are holding webinars. So this is a webinar I held during COVID when we were able to advertise COVID, okay? So people click on it. Some of you would have experienced this yourself going through my chatbot. So we click on it, and they go through the flow. So as they go through, as soon as they click on it, they're a subscriber. They come in. This is a little delay block that we build out, so it mimics real life experience. And we collect email address that they have in Facebook, their phone number that they have in Facebook, and so on. We take them through a funnel to register, and if they don't and they go away, they'll get a reminder. Well, once registered, happy days, we start sending reminders, which is what you would have got. Okay, so we get email, but we collected email as well, remember? So you get email reminders, you get messenger reminders, and we were doing SMS reminders as well, but we stopped doing those. So then you get reminders. Here's what this does, and I'll actually show you in a minute. In fact, you'll see the results in a minute. Just makes turn-up rates a lot better, and you'll know this. Some of you will be here because the ding happened on your phone, and I made it nice and easy for you to click on it and turn up here. Okay. And then, obviously we're starting. The results from this, this particular one, I just did a really quick turnaround in marketing. I had 76 attendees and ended up with a 61% attendance rate, all right? Which is, anyone who's done webinars, you'll know for a free webinar, it's dropped down to like a 20% turn up rate without Messenger, okay? With Messenger, I get 50% or more turn up rate. So offer was 997 for this one. I had 127 registrations, 76 people attendees, so a 60% turn-up rate. I made 15 sales from this, so it was a 20% conversion rate. Spent $316.23, made nearly $15,000 in sales. The profit, $14,608. That is a 4,619% return on ad spend. All right, 4,619% return on ad spend. If you were in the stock market right now and you were playing these odds, or even gambling on horses and playing these odds, and I was your stockbroker giving you this, I'd be famous, right? And this is the stuff that we get. I'll give you an example of a store, a contest, okay? So this is an online store, and this is a contest example. So we use a chat bot, obviously. We run an ad. When people click on it, it opens up in Messenger. So this is Artisan Spend, win a year's worth of cheese. They go through the funnel. We make it nice and fun. Now, I just want you to take note here, because you might miss this. At the top here, 20,216 people clicked on this. 100% deliverability, 99% open, and they didn't have to click, obviously, because it just kept going, okay? And went through the T's and C's. We went through the email, so we've dropped a bit, but we've got 17,754 people gave us this email address and their phone numbers. Then congratulations, you're entered. So 16,252 people, so 96% clicked on this. And then look, congratulations, you're entered for your chance to win a year's worth of cheese. We love to reward our cheese-loving family. Do you want a reward? 93% of people said, hell yeah, I'll take one of those. And then we offered them 20% off, right? Which meant that they were making sales on the back end of this contest, all right? So we had 56% of this people come through to the website to get the discount code delivery. These are the results, right? So 17,297 names, emails, phone numbers. Ad spend was 11,229. So this is a bit more ad spend than some of my clients have. Cost of entry, 65 cents. People that love cheese, right? Sales from the contest, 298. So this was a lead generator and we were making sales. What does that make? It makes it a profitable lead generator. How often can we do a profitable lead generator? All day, every day. So he's actually running another one now, okay? Income, $28,195 from collecting a database. That's just at the front end, right? Remember, he's now got this massive database, which he can market to. and he said that this is the best strategy he has seen in years in his business, right? And he has an expensive agency doing stuff for him. Here's an example from a service-based business contest example. So we had Janine, she's Finesse Finance Advisor, so she's a finance broker. Anyone who's a finance broker here, you know how much you would pay for a good qualified lead. She was giving away a free financial plan. And it was one of those things I said to her, well, I'm not sure how well that will go, but let's give it a go. Highly qualified people. So she ended up with 72 names, emails, and phone numbers of people who wanted her financial plan. All right, spent $569.72. Cost per lead, $7.91, right? For a financial advisor, super highly qualified leads, that is brilliant. Most of them will pay hundreds for a qualified lead like this, okay? And she was booking calls and she's been following them up as well and is going to run the contest again, right? So we're now getting on to the really, really good stuff. All right, so that's good enough. You get the database, you build the leads, you take them off, then you have that list, you have that database. You have a messenger subscriber who you can message. You have an email subscriber who you can email. Yes, email open rates have dropped, but we still like to collect them. And we collect phone numbers as well, right? So then step 4 of the system is obviously where we make the sales, remarket, and we scale. So how are we all going there? Are we all keeping up? Excellent. I see there's quite a few questions coming through, so I will certainly get to those in the end. So keep putting them in. But yep, awesome. Thank you, team, for that feedback there. All right. So when you've done this correctly, all the hard work pays off. Okay, so I want you to check out the difference between marketing to a cold versus a warm audience. So this is some of our stats that we look for in the back end of Facebook. We want to see, how many people we've reached, how many people have clicked on our ads, what our click-through rate is, what our results and our cost per result. This is the main stats that I'm looking for. All the other stuff is just irrelevant to me, all right? The stuff when you go into the back end of Facebook and let's just say you're running ads, Facebook's default view of the numbers is not what you want to look at. You really want to set up customized views of your numbers here. So this here is the warm audience at the bottom. We've got a lookalike 1%, we've got a cold, and we've got a lookalike 2%. Just have a look at the warm, right? 130 leads at $3.19 compared to lookalike was next best, 67 at $4.69. Then we had cold 60 leads at $5.21, and then the lookalike 2%, 35 at $6.18. That doesn't just happen once, it happens a few times. So we've got just a cold, warm lookalike. Look at the warm, 147 at $1.51, right? Compared to the cold 97 at $2.34 and the lookalike 53 at $2.14. So it's really important to be warming these people up. Now, here are some examples of some retargeting ads to your warm audiences. So we've taken our audience, we know who they are, we've nurtured them, we've shown them some videos, we've nurtured them, we've put them onto a database. Now we're going to make some sales, okay? So I want to give you an example of this one here. This is the Face Yoga Method. This is a retargeting ad. Now she's retargeting to people who have downloaded one of her freebies. And she's done a nice little takeaway here. So beautiful video here. Shh, this offer is not for everyone. So she knows her target audience really, really well. And the target audience will be going, wait, it's not for everyone. Oh, is it for me? You've shown your commitment by downloading the top 5 Facebook yoga poses freebie. So you've unlocked a 20% discount. I've saved a copy for you, essentially is what she's saying, okay? Isn't that so much better than 20%, get 20% off now, or 20% discount, okay? She's really speaking and nurturing her audience here because she knows who they are, and this is a retargeting audience. And this one here as well. Have you been practicing your 5 face yoga poses? If you've enjoyed face yoga practice and feel ready to take the next step and tone the whole face in less than a month, then this is for you. Claim your 24% discount and so on, right? Way better than get 24% off, right? So knows the audience, then you can retarget to them based on the actions that they've taken. So that's great copy, knows her audience. how do we write compelling ad copy? Because let's face it, most of us are not copywriters, right? I can write good ads, been doing it for years, but here's a nice little shortcut for you. You can go into Facebook, you can go into Facebook's ads library, and you can type in keywords. So I'm just going to show you an example for beauty therapy. So I've gone in here and I've typed in beauty therapy, and it will produce all the ads in Australia that have the words beauty therapy in them. Go and model some of the top brands' ads. See what they're writing, see what images they've got, see how many split tests they're doing. You'll get to see absolutely everything in there. Every ad that's on Facebook will be in the Facebook ads library. And this is a brand new feature that you're able to exactly put a keywords in here and find ads. Use those big brands, advertising agencies to come up with copy. But I want you to, when you do this, is just to note how many split tests they're doing, what types of split tests are they doing, what images are they doing, what language are they doing, what hooks are they doing, and so on. And you can model that stuff. You can also spy on your competitor, right? Specifically put in your competitors' names in here and it will show up. If you're a real estate agent, because I know there's a few here, you can actually type in local real estate, right? And it will show you everyone who is running an ad around your area. Have a look what they're doing. Keep an eye on them. Get that competitive edge because you know what they're doing. Get a step ahead, model, so on. So you never need to be stuck for ideas. Don't plagiarize. Model, okay? You can model, use it for inspiration, right? That's what you can do inside Facebook Ads Library. So no point teaching you copywriting right now, although there are certain skills that you can learn, and fantastic, but you can also learn to model here as well. Then what you can do when you've got this database and that, you can start promoting to your database. You can start promoting through emails. You can start promoting through SMS. You can send out messages and so on, right? You can make sure that you are promoting to your audience in the channels and where they are hanging out. So I want to give you an example of, I want to tell you someone who actually who implemented the system. So Carl and Bettina implemented the system and have done exactly this, right? They went from a national business to an international business within only a short time of implementing this exact system. And they are now having months where they make over $70,000 selling secondhand sales around the world. They're able to work 6 months of a year in Sydney and then 6 months of a year on the yacht in Ely Beach because of the freedom that the system has been able to give them, all right? Dean, you heard about Dean before. He does the few videos and that, has got the 3 different businesses. He does the decking, he does the installing, the supply, and has been able to start himself a DJing business, coaching business as well, because he implemented the system. And he gets bombarded with leads, can't keep up with the orders, has grown a big business here on the Gold Coast using this exact system, but was able to move away from this and start a brand new niche in a passion business as well because of the system, right? We've got Lisa from Riverina Jerky. She rolled out, built the list and that of the, just from the back end of the contest, right? She was able to increase revenue by 269%. Now, Lisa is a technophobe. She's not even that good at computers, all right? Her first videos were sideways, but she went from $4,000 a month to $16,000 a month implementing this, all right? So I want to know right now, who's excited about what you have learned so far this evening? All right? We've got people coming through, yeah. Excellent, thank you. Okay, because I want you to think about if anything else tonight, could what I've taught you tonight work for you, okay? Because often I'll see 2 different types of businesses. You have 2 choices. One, you can bury your head in the sand. You've taken all this information, you've gone, oh my God, Kerry, it's overwhelming, and you'll come up with every excuse why the system won't work for you, right? That's one choice you have, and not do anything. And that would really, really hurt me, okay? I'd be gutted if that's the case. Or you can get excited by this, know that you need to learn these skills, that it will work for you, and if implemented correctly, will change your life, change your business. And think about what you would do, like I said at the start, if you were getting a whole ton of qualified leads and making sales and you had the power back in your business without the overwhelm. And that is exactly what I'm here offering you this evening, all right? I've put together an online program. Now, I run different types of programs. This is my, I guess, my beginner entry program, but it's going to teach you the system. So it's my social media profits program, and let me just break that down for you, okay? This program is designed to help you get more followers, more leads, more sales using Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. So it is an online program, and you get different components and different video components. And let me break that down, okay? So the first component is what I call is my Facebook Profits Maximizer. Now, this is 7 and more, in fact, because I keep adding to it, but essentially 7 modules, taking you step by step through the steps to create, run, and monetize your Facebook marketing. In these training videos, I will teach you how you can set up your Facebook page and optimize it correctly. I will teach you how you can identify and find your exact target audience. I have video training, you're looking over my shoulder. I'm showing you exactly how to do that exercise and where you can find them in the back end of Facebook and where you can match them and build those cold audiences. I'm going to show you exactly step by step how you can create a community that knows and loves and trusts you. I'm going to show you how you can structure an ad campaign and then how you set up your ad campaign so that you are not wasting a shit ton of money, which again, I see. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this and how to do it nice and easily so you're not tearing your hair out. And then after you've set all this up, I'm going to show you how to read and customize your analytics so that you're not looking at the wrong figures and turning off ads that you shouldn't turn off, all right? And then once you've done all that, how you optimize all this, and then how you scale. So that's the first component, is all these videos and the resources and so on. The second component is some free ways to get traffic and sales using Facebook, and it's through my Tribe Thrive Challenge, all right? So in the Tribe Thrive Challenge, I show you how you can build a tribe without paying a cent, okay? Now, essentially, most of the training, you either pay in time or you pay in money. If you pay in money, you shortcut the process. So I do believe you need to be running Facebook ads, but if you're on a really tight budget, there's some free things you can do as well. So this is designed to help you manage your page, post to get maximum engagement. The first one is managing your page. I show you how to do that in less than 10 minutes a day. Second one is securing your Facebook ad account against hackers. So many hackers out there, we're seeing it day in and day out. We're having to go in and save many accounts that have been hacked, overtaken. And the problem with that, if someone takes over your account, they can get into your page, they can get into your personal profile, they can message your friends, they can get into your ad account, they can get into your credit card. If you're left to your own devices, you can't get it back. That's what we've been helping with. But I'm going to show you how to stop that from happening from the get-go, okay? How you can do live streaming and videos, how you can post every day, content calendar, what to post every day, how to post it, and so on, so that you get consistent with your posting, right? I'm also got templates and swipe files, so my top converting ad swipe files, my email swipe files, so when you start building your list, you can email people, lead magnet ideas, and much, much more. This is all the resources that I've built up over the 11 years of running my business. You get access to these, right? And this is something super special I usually reserve for my high-end clients, but you get access to 12 months in my private Facebook group, okay? Which is, you can go, do the training, implement it, and then ask questions inside the group as you go. So if you get stuck at any stage or you want just to look at anything, you just need to go into the group and we'll help you in there. So I'm in there, my team is in there, and my amazing business owners are in there, and everyone is all supporting each other. There's a few hundred people in there supporting each other. You're all on the same mission. So, you know, this is, like I said, usually something I reserve for my high-end clients that pay me $10,000 to $20,000 or more inside this group, okay? So just a little summary of what you get here. You get the Facebook Profits Maximizer, which is my online training program, which I sell at $4,997. My Tribe Thrive training, which goes for $1,164. My templates and swipe files, $997, if I was to put a value on those. exclusive private Facebook group, $997. I think it's priceless, to be honest. Some of the business that's going on inside that group is incredible. So the total value of my program is $8,155. But don't worry, I'm not going to charge you that. I do have a case study special. So my goal is, I'm well known here in Australia, I get speaking gigs overseas and stuff like that, but I want more. The way I can get more well known throughout the world is building up more case studies, more clients that are successful. I've got a whole ton of successful clients already, but if you do my program, love it, you'll spread the word. If you do my program, love it, and get amazing results, maybe you'll be one of my case studies and spread the word. The more and more I can get, the more I can go global and help more business owners. So it's a little bit of a win-win, not actually you know, making you invest that $8,000, right? So you can get the program for just one payment of $297 today, and then 3 monthly payments of $297. But if you want to pay up front, then I do offer a discount. So sorry, that's just me again. So just 4 payments of, so it's just 4 payments of $297, right? But if you pay up front, you do get a further discount. So it's just $997. Now I do have a link here, but there is a little bit more. So just bear with me for a second. There we go. So can someone please click on this link that I've got here and let me know that it works. So I'm just going to pop the link into the chat. Please let me know. I'm going to send it to everyone. So it's in the question part. I'll pop it into the chat as well. So the 2 different parts in here. Someone please click on that and tell me that it goes through and works okay. That would be fantastic. And whilst you are doing that, I have something special for action takers. So I'm an action taker and I get amazing results. All my action takers tend to be my best case studies. So it's a little bit of a, you know, I want case studies. If you're an action taker, you'll probably be my best case studies. So here's what I'm going to do to reward my action takers. If you sign up before the end of this masterclass, and we'll be taking questions after this, you get some extra stuff. You get to join me on my live weekly webinars for the next 90 days. In these live weekly webinars, that's where I take my high-end clients, I coach them, I do hot seats, I teach the very, very latest and stuff like that, and you can get in on that action. I also have built out a Google Ads training course as well. I'm halfway through building out a Google Ads training course, so you get access to that as well. And once you've implemented all the training videos, you also get a one-on-one strategy call with me. Now, my time is more precious than anything else. I do this for freedom. That's why I build my business and I help my clients have freedom as well. So to be able to you know, have that strategy call with me where I can sit there, work out what's working in your business, what's not, and then help you with building up that strategy is priceless as far as I'm concerned, because it's my time with you. So if you are an action taker and you take action before the end of this masterclass, then you get those extra things. So the webinars, the training, and the strategy call with me. Now, some of you, this is the first time you've met me this evening, and it's really hard to do business with someone that you've never met before. So I'm offering a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. I cannot be much fairer than that. I know once you start implementing my training course, you're going to absolutely love it. I know once you start implementing it, you'll start getting results with our help, right? I've seen that time and time again. But if for any reason over the next 30 days you don't like it, then just ask us for a refund and we will refund you back. Like I said, I cannot be much fairer than that. I probably will ask a question because I like to get feedback, but you know, you can choose to answer me or not. So like I said, can't be much fairer than that. You get your 30-day money back guarantee. All risk is on me. So like I said, I put the link in there. Can someone let me know that they saw and got the link for me, please? Excellent. I will just post it again. Someone's missing it. All right, can someone, yeah, excellent. Let me just do this. link, excellent. Send tool. All right. Okay, so just to summarize that before we jump into the questions, like I said, there's been a few. You get the Facebook Profits Maximizer, the Tribe Thrive training, the swipe files, the group, ad templates, weekly webinars for 90 days, and the new Google Ads training as well, and that one-on-one strategy call with me. Total value is $12,143, but you get it for 4 payments of $297. Or if you pay up front, you do get a discount. So it ends up being only $997. So like I said, that's the link. Now, before I jump in and do take the questions, I'm assuming if you're still here, maybe you're thinking of being a Facebook marketer yourself. And you know, I help a lot of people that do Facebook marketing that, so wouldn't this program be a super great place to start? So you have 2 choices, right? You can keep doing what you've been doing and hope that something miraculously changes, or you can come and get my help and come and join a community of awesome business owners just like you, having amazing success and sharing what actually works there. And I want you to think about it like this when you're thinking about this investment, okay? If all this did for you was help you get better results with your marketing now and for years to come, would it be worth it? All right. So just think about that. How many sales would you need to make? And this, you know, is a lifelong skill that you're going to learn, and you're going to learn how to do it properly for someone who's been doing it 11 years. So, you know, and don't let opportunity costs get in the way as well. I see people that will come to me 6 months down the track and say, I heard you speak 6 months ago. I am no further ahead and I wished I'd taken action then. Don't be one of those people, okay? The other thing to think about when you're thinking about this as well is some of the strategies I've been teaching you, especially with the chatbot and messenger marketing stuff, right? And even with the real side of things, right? This stuff is relatively new still. Not too many people have jumped on. It won't be like that soon. So we who take advantage whilst it's still hot, reap the benefits until the market actually, you know, slows that down. So look at what happened with email marketing. It doesn't work as well anymore. Messenger marketing still does. So just be thinking about, you know, don't be, you know, the opportunity costs as well. So let's go into some questions. Helen, yeah. So Helen, just to let you know, and I know you came onto my one-day event, we had to talk about my higher end program. This is not my higher end program, okay? It's a program where, you know, you'll be guiding yourself, watching the videos and getting support inside the group. So completely different programs. If anyone is wanting more of mentoring, more of coaching in a hiring program, I do that. And I know that Jenny was asking about the retreats. I know I've spoken about the retreats a few times. Yes, I do these 3-day retreats. If you're wanting to know, which is amazing, it's where business owners come in. They come in here to the Gold Coast, they sit down for 3 days, and we build out the system with them over the 3 days. So get away from your business to work on your business. If you want to know more about our retreats, do write retreat in here and your phone number, and I'll get Susie to follow you up. But if you do purchase this program and then decide you want to upgrade to a retreat later, of course, we'll put this towards that or any of my other stuff. So do start somewhere at the very least. You know, what's $279 just to get started, okay? Just be thinking about that. Get started. Don't be sitting there, you know, paralyzed by fear of stuff. So just wanted to jump in. So John, I'll just make sure that, okay, so I'm looking to generate real estate seller and buyer leads, real estate seller and buyer leads. So you're not a real estate agent, or you are, and build out a rent roll? Yes, you are, okay. How much time will I need to spend per week to do that, and what sorts of return on ad spend can I expect? That's a piece of string question, John. So we do have other property managers, and we do have other real estate agents. We've had real estate agents jump in, implement the videos and start getting leads straight away. We've had ones that have taken a bit longer, right? So it's a piece of string. It really is question. Return on ad spend, especially for real estate agents, can be actually really high, considering what you get you know, when you sell a house, all right? So you get a listing, you sell a house, you know, the comms on that is pretty high. So the ad spend is usually quite a bit lower. But you've got a lot of relationship type building and list building and nurturing. And this is what the system does here, John. But we use this, and we use social media for real estate. You use it as your billboard, you know, instead of going and putting your pamphlets in, which you still can do, you want to be able to be seen everywhere on Facebook. And everyone's going, hey, John, you know, who's he? Oh my God, he's that guy that's famous on Facebook all the time, or on Instagram and so on. So, but time watching the videos, you know, this is a do-it-yourself program with support with us. So it's my lower end program, but it's, you know, helping so many business owners who, you know, have that lower budget, get their foot in the door and start learning the stuff. So I can't exactly answer that, but John, let me know if that has worked okay. Talk really fast. Yes, someone's just asked, yes, it is GST. Sorry, I do have GST on this. So this is not including GST. I have GST on this. So you'll notice that when you've come through. Hey, George, good to have you on board. George has signed up. Thank you. Sorry, going a bit fast there. George, if you would have gone through to a thank you page, check your spam folder for an email with all the deets on how to log in. So good to have you on board. And Helen, good to have you as well. Happy to be able to help you for now with you know, with firing your boss. Helen, we want you to fire your boss. Can't remember where I was going with that now. It's getting excited. Okay, so Helen, another Helen, yes, I'm ET compromised, fair enough. Michael had to leave to put kids in bed, oh no. So Vino, what about small home-based furniture flipping business? This works super well, wow. You do furniture flipping, that's really, really cool. So I'm assuming you buy secondhand furniture, do it up and then flip it. Let me know if that's what the case is, and let me tell you what I would do there. Helen, Hazel, you've been trying to sell products from a business I joined a couple of months ago. Did you want to tell me what those are? Yeah, I've got some questions and people saying from way back there. Yeah. I'm firing the boss next week is Helen's mantra. Yeah. So Carol, I am going to be doing so on my weekly webinars that I do to my other clients, which you'll get access to if you're an action taker tonight, so you get access to those. I teach the latest stuff. One of my next training sessions will be actually how to do reels. Now, I haven't taught it to my people yet because I'm still in the midst of perfecting it, I guess. So I know how to do a reel. My kids told me how to do it. They told me how to edit it, and I know how to do them quicker now, which is great. But what I do, and remember this, I want to teach you how to do it to make money. So that's one of my next lessons in the next few weeks with my people, is I'm going to teach them, this is how you do a reel. I'm going to show them how to do it on the phone, and then I'm going to teach them how to make money from it. So the best way to make money from that. So yes, that will be a teaching in there. The Bob's fun. Also, Helen, you've got an essential oil business. This worked great for you. Look at Grandma Robin. See what she did. And I've had a few living oils. I'm shocking with names, and doTERRA people as well. Yeah, buy pre-loved furniture, refurbish, and sell them. Fantastic. Imagine the big community and group and stuff you could build up and showcase some of that furniture with. Build these people, and then you could be starting to get the interest as you're refurbishing some of the stuff, and have people buying it before you finished it, or bidding on it, or going crazy frenzy. I like that idea, Vino. Sounds good. Yep, and you can sell through Marketplace, 100%. That's really cool to do that, but build the community as well. Build a page, set up a page, do videos, show people what you're doing, showcase, become the, you know, famous flipping furniture person. Hazel, spices, toppings, balsamics, everything that is used in the kitchen. Hazel, we've got quite a few little small producers working with the system as well. Yeah, that was Robin. Yeah, excellent. So the questions have slowed down a little bit, but we've still got a lot of people on here. I know we've gone past time, so please sing out if you have any more questions. Ray, good to have you on board as well. Congratulations. Look forward to helping you with your business. Lisa, you want to find out more about the retreat? Lisa, I will get Susie to give you a call to tell you more about that. But it's certainly, we get everyone who comes to our retreat ends up building their own funnel. They do it really quickly in 3 days. And why most people, we're talking closer to the 90% of people will walk out on day 2 with qualified leads, and some people are making sales by day 3, and then most people are making sales by the following week. Depends on how long their sales cycle is though. So if you're time poor and you can take 3 days off to come to the Gold Coast, then maybe a retreat is good for you. And I'm saying, Helen, I was talking about Grandma Robin, and she did oils and used this system. So if you want to sell your oils, basically this training will help you do that, because she was essential oils as well. I've actually been rolling out a product, a new product through a network marketing business with this as well, and got my signed up one day and signed up 3 people the next. No, 1 person the next day, and 2 people I'm just waiting to sign up. So just because I wanted to show people how easy it is it works. Thank you, Hilton. Good to see you here this evening. Helen, you're interested in the retreat, make sure you leave your phone number there, and we can give you, Susie can give you a call and talk to you about that and how that works. Righto team, if you've got any more questions, please fire them at me. Thanks, Helen, for that. Susie will be in contact with you tomorrow. All right, so just one last thing, whilst people are asking questions here, because we still do have quite a few on. So I just want to share with you, and you saw this one. So this is summer. Since implementing my strategies a week ago, this was that. Our business is booked out. Our phone has not stopped buzzing with leads. So far, we have 90+ qualified leads. Our website visits have tripled, and we've made 25,000 in sales. So that was summer the first time round. Carl and Bettina, this was once we started with Kerry 2 weeks ago. We went from Facebook audience of 5,000 to over 100,000. We've gone from a national company to an international company and have orders from Greece, Poland, Philippines. Kerry and her team are fantastic. Bettina, from just one of Kerry's strategies, we made over 18,000 in income in 3 months, and it happened during COVID lockdowns, and this is a naturopath as well. So Kerry is incredible. Thank you. So those are just some people, in case you're wondering, you know, who I help. What is the, you get, Angela, you get that app as part of my little black book of apps for people that I am able, that jump on and I can help work with me. So if you haven't jumped on yet, make sure you jump on and let me help you, and I can give you a few more, because there's a few apps we use that do that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you've all got value out of this evening. My aim is to add value. Obviously, I give a whole lot of stuff away for free. Some stuff I keep. Yes, I keep it because, you know, that's why people come and pay and work with me, so that I can help them even more. And I look forward to all the ones that have signed on tonight. What happens next is you will actually get a phone call from Susie to onboard you into the training system, show you how it all works, and hold your hand through the onboarding process of making sure that this is successful for you. Then you get to go through the training videos and stuff. You get my help and everyone's help as well as you go through. Obviously, as part of the group, you get to come to my weekly webinars and get that strategy call with me as well. So I am going to say good evening this evening, and if you have any more last questions before we go, please sing out now. But otherwise, I really look forward to helping you be successful with your business. And you know, it's really fun. It's a fun place to be in. And then you successful and you get lots of freedom, and then you start rolling out other businesses too. See you, have a good evening. You'll be hearing from me, so you'll get some a feedback email, so just feedback on how you found this. I had this was a updated one tonight, So feedback on that, and then I'll be sending you some freebies over the next few days as well. Thanks, John. Cheers. So, right, see you.